we're live. Okay, so we're putting some cables to the side. Oops, putting this thing on. Let's see. Are we good to go?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear
Good,
me?
good. Yes, I can.
Nice, good. I'm preparing everything for the live stream. Actually, we're already live. Haha.
Yeah.
Good.
I saw your notification from YouTube.
Ah, nice, good. How you doing, by the way? You just said goodbye.
Notification from YouTube.
Ah, nice, good. How you doing, by the way? You just said goodbye, but you're just after work? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay,
Take a while since.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man. What's gonna happen today? It finally works. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me really quickly grab the live chat so I can see what's going on as well. Oh my god, I made a very ugly thumbnail today. Ooh, I hear sounds. Good. Can see what's going on as well. Okay. Oh my god. Let me see how's the sound. Good. Can see what's going on as well. Okay. Oh my god. Let me see how's the sound. Thumbnail today. Okay, you guys have to, if you're watching this live on YouTube, just let me know how the audio is via the live stream, because I'm not so sure if you guys can hear the feedback from what's that? What's the name? Sorry, the Discord channel. Sorry, all new. Okay, so I got the Discord channel open. We have Stitch here. He's already there, so that's cool. Yep. And okay, sorry, it's a bit clumsy from my end, but I try to do this as good as I can. Ooh, oh no, are we still live? Sorry, just checking. Yeah, sorry. I didn't manage to pick up a webcam yet. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, cool. So that seems to be working. Pop out chat. Okay, cool. So, let me share the link to the Discord channel in the description. So if you guys want to join the discussion, you can join us, and we can talk about everything lightsabers. We have a whole bunch of stuff actually to discuss this week. We got some cool stuff to discuss a bit. Now, not very cool, but we saw the response video from Shamim regarding Jordan Mall, so we're gonna dive into that a little bit, and we're gonna talk about some new lightsabers that come out very soon from Alta Sabers and Saber Forge and some other brands. And and even more important, the new Mandalorian live action show from Star Wars. I saw the first picture. I think most of you guys saw it by now. It looks really cool. So let me share this channel. I clicked something. I should have not clicked that. Invites. Oh, here we go. How can I share this with you guys? Sorry. Oh, here we go. Sorry. So this is the link to the live chat in Discord. I recommend everybody that wants to participate in the live stream and just talk together, just to do that. Hey, Steckerinos, it finally works. Thanks. You are also in the Lightsaber podcast group now. I think you can hear me now, right? If you cannot talk, you can just type it. That's sure. So later on, guys, during the live streams, I also will showcase that to you guys, whatever is being typed in Discord, so you can both see it from YouTube and from Discord. So not everybody will participate with a microphone, so we can do it this way. Cool. I don't know why things showing up in Dutch. I don't know why my Discord showing everything in Dutch. It's weird. Hey, how you doing? Hello from Hong Kong. I see some people.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? It's worked.
I'm doing good.
Nice. I'm so happy it finally works. Last week, I had no idea what happened. I rebooted the computer the next day and it was perfectly fine. So, I don't know what was up with that, but hey, it works. Okay, let me really quickly spam this stuff so we can kick it off and go crazy with it. But thanks for you guys already tuning in. That's really cool. Oh, tests. Why does it never work? And it's super hot here, by the way. No airco on. I think I might put on the airco in a bit because it's ridiculous hot here. It's still sort of after summer here in Hong Kong, but it really feels hot at the moment. So I'm sweating my balls.
hot as well. Right now, so cooling, but
Sorry?
hot and
Huh? What did you say, Stitch?
so hot. Too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for you guys, it's always hot in Singapore, but here in Hong Kong, it fluctuates now. So some evenings is nice, and some evenings is still sweaty. Lightsaber podcast stream Discord. Okay, cool. Let me share this really quick. But yeah, while I'm doing this, I thought maybe it's a good chance to start talking a bit about start off with the new the most important thing that we have regarding Star Wars this week or so is the whole new Mandalorian live action show. I'm actually very excited for it. Very excited for it. I'm not really into the Mandalorian mercs per se or the Mandalorian lore, but I think that will definitely grow on me. I'm probably gonna like it a lot more than I expected. But I'm really interested that they choose that instead of going for Jedi versus Sith or something like that. I think they made the perfect choice for going for a Mandalorian dude. Oh, we got some pictures here in the general chat as well on Discord. So if you guys join there, you actually can see the pictures and the information. So, but let me take a look to that picture again in a moment. From what I've been eyeballing it for a while now, and it looks really, really good. I'm not sure what you guys think of it. Feel free to chime in. No worries. It's an open discussion. We're gonna talk about anything, but I think it looks really cool. I liked that his Mandalorian gear is not really decked out. It's not over the top. It's relatively conservative in terms of the color scheme and the dressing of it. He's not like full of Wookiee trophy hairs and stuff like that. Or it looks pretty cool. I'm very excited for it, and it apparently happens after Return of the Jedi and before the New Order comes in. So interesting time frame. I think it's like a lawless time frame because there's no empire to keep control over a lot of sectors, and at the same time, it's everybody's still basically trying to recover and picking all the pieces up together to rejoin their life. So I think it will be very interesting, a little bit like a Star Wars Wild West scenario, I think, and I think that's pretty cool. But I'm not sure what you guys think about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was browsing through Reddit. The web has on the back very similar to this special.
Sorry, man. Stitch, you're breaking up a bit from my end. I'm not sure if you other guys also have that, but for me, Stitch is breaking up a bit. Is it talk? Is it like you have to hold a button to talk, or is it like just talking?
Oh no!
No.
It's registering my voice. Right?
Okay. It just it sounds a little bit not crackly, but like some of your words are not coming through. Maybe it's better in a few seconds. Hey, what's happened here?
It's echoing because someone doesn't have headphones in.
Sorry?
It's echoing because no one has headphones in.
Don't play the stream in the background at Stitch. Oh, okay. Is that working like that? I see. So that interferes. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm looking at the live stream chat. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I didn't see this chat. Okay, now, it's a lesson to be learned for me and for everybody, I guess. So what I think I think there will be no Jedis. I think there will be no Jedis in this. I think they do that on a purpose. I think they want to keep that for the movies. I think they also want to broaden the scope of Star Wars, just way beyond just Jedi and Sith, because I think Star Wars is just a fantasy universe, and it doesn't have to revolve only about Sith and Jedi. We've seen that now with two of the standalone movies, like Rogue One. So I think, Rogue One had Vader in for a few seconds, but I think it will pan out pretty good. But I'm looking at that picture now. I like the Mandalorian more, his Mandalorian gear quite a bit. I mean, just looks pretty slick. It looks pretty nice actually. His helmet, that's a little bit strange, but I missed that flip up visor thing. But it looks cool. Let me see.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
posted the Reddit link.
yeah, that's cool. Thanks. So Stitch just sent us a link. Oh man, I didn't. So actually, that is his weapon, but that is Boba Fett from that. Is that not the holiday season cartoon they had like long time ago?
Yeah, it's the Christmas special.
Oh, it is from the Christmas special. Ah, I see. Okay, so they took that. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, I was browsing and it showed this comparison from the Christmas special
That's nice.
and the photo that they provided.
That definitely looks like his weapon. I believe with the holiday special it was Boba Fett, right? It wasn't this person. I think it was actually Boba Fett. Just a weird, funky color scheme of his armor.
Yeah, but I think it can bring out more stuff. Like, what if it was a Mandalorian stock weapon?
I hope so. I mean, but then again, Boba Fett wasn't really a Mandalorian, right? He was a clone of a clone trooper, or a clone of his father, or himself. I don't know.
Which Django was a Mandalorian, right?
Oh, I don't know. I heard stories where they said Django wasn't a Mandalorian. He just got the gear, so I don't know if he was actually Mandalorian or not. Maybe you guys know that. But yeah, I don't think they will. What do you guys think? They will have Jedi's in that? I don't think they will have Jedi's and Sith coming in that show.
Yeah, actually, I would rather if the Jedi's were like caught.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandos were hired to catch Jedi's.
Yeah, well, it can be. Yeah, I think so. But this is in a time frame where you only have Luke Skywalker, I would say. It's before Luke start training new Jedi, so there wouldn't be really any Jedi, I guess, or Sith. I mean, only Sidious and Vader are pretty much dead. It's in between Return of the Jedi and was that The Force Awakens? So I guess we won't really see any Jedi. Maybe Force sensitive creatures. I don't know.
I think Force sensitive would make more sense.
Yeah, right. I would be happy to see it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I'm very excited for it nonetheless. I'm also excited for, I think it's this weekend actually, the Star Wars Resistance cartoon is gonna be live, and I think that's gonna be awesome. I think that's gonna be, I from what I've seen, it's maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but I think that the art style does have an appeal to me. It's like this self-shaded, very simplistic way of drawing, and it actually, it kind of works from what I've seen. So I'm kind of excited for it. And again, I think that will also find place closer to The Force Awakens or during The Force Awakens. So I think all the new stuff we're getting are all tying more closely into the current Star Wars saga trilogy. So I think that's good because it will give us more in-depth and more characters and more information of existing background characters that we have seen during the movie. So I'm excited for that. Well, I heard a lot of people actually not very keen on seeing more stuff from was that Star Wars Resistance. I think a lot of people are a little bit against it. They didn't really like what they saw. I'm not sure what you guys think of it, but I think it looks pretty good.
I think any Star Wars content right now would be amazing.
Anything, just throw it at us. Yeah, I think it's fair enough, but I think at the same time, they try to appeal a younger audience and they try to get more people into Star Wars. So I think with these kind of TV shows, I think it's really important that it's a hit instead of a miss. Otherwise, I think because it gets cancelled or it just has negative impact, and especially if you show to kids, etc. I think that will be really good if it's it's just a good show. I think I also was really big fan of Rebels, but Rebels is so definite because it's again it's in a certain time frame, and they couldn't like the main characters couldn't live beyond the series because otherwise the movies didn't make any sense if Kanan Jarrus was still there and Ezra. Um, so from that sense, they're a bit restricted. But I think with this whole Mandalorian TV show, they actually have more leverage. And I think the same with the new Resistance cartoon, where they have more leverage to basically expand beyond what we already know from the current movies, from episode 8 and 9. Just go beyond that because they have that leverage still. There's nothing beyond episode 8 that we know. So I think that's gonna help. I think we're gonna get to see a lot new stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there are many characters in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
which the Rebels actually managed to explain. Like, Captain Rex managed to be in the Battle of Endor.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, that guy.
That's true. I felt with Captain Rex, I felt like at the same time it was really epic, but at the same time I also felt like shoehorned. Like, oh, we have Captain Rex, he's old, he's still alive. We have this guy on Endor with a beard. What if pineapple pie? Like pineapple pie, right? I think it worked really seamlessly. It worked really well. But I felt at the same time it was a bit shoehorned. Like, oh, we have this guy and it looks the same, so hey, we make this Captain Rex. Because I believe in the past his name was actually not Captain Rex, but something else. But that's okay. Disney makes canon whatever they want to make canon. It works really well for me actually. I feel like it's pretty epic, right? If you have like an old clone trooper that still fights during Return of the Jedi. Because how can they just have millions of these clone troopers and they're all gone after was that Revenge of the Sith basically. Sorry, let me do the thing. Beep. Okay, there's a message here in Discord. Sorry guys. Okay, cool. So, yeah. I will check it out. Thank you. I will definitely check it out, Snackarinos. And so jumping into some other news, we're just going to some closer stuff that we want to talk about, lightsabers. I want to start off with talking about something about Jordan Mall. Some of you guys know Jordan Mall, some of you guys don't know. I made a video in the past, or a few videos in the past, regarding some of the stuff that was happening a year ago. 1 year fast forward, and Shamim made a video. I think most of you guys already saw that video from Shamim, but I think it was really good that Shamim did that because it actually has quite a bit of negative impact on him and some other sabersmiths that used to work with Jordan Mall, recommended Jordan Mall, and now a lot of people are out of money. So yeah, it makes sense that in some way or another way Shamim feels a bit guilty. And that's what I more than, like, say 1.5 years ago, I started to have a little bit of a grump about Shamim and Jordan Mall, because I always felt like they had this monopoly in the Saber Force group, and I always felt that was very unfair because I knew there were other sabersmiths that wanted to start up their own lightsaber company or installer company, and they didn't get a chance because they got right out banned from the custom lightsaber group that's owned by Saberforce. So I was a bit complaining about the fact that Shamim and Jordan Mall and Phil Isherwood, etc., had this monopoly, and they could take a whole market of more than 17,000 members in that group. And fast forward, now Shamim actually kind of admitted that what I was kind of upset about, like in the past, that he did as a friend suggested Jordan Mall, and that's why Jordan Mall got so big and so many views, because Shamim was a big name already in the lightsaber installation community. So in a way, I felt like, Shamim is totally not have to do anything with this. He's very innocent. He's a super nice guy. But at the same time, you can also see that sometimes that friend politics stuff that can really negatively impact the view of people about somebody. So in some cases, some people had a negative stance about Shamim. I had that because I feel unfair that we all getting bans from that group, while Shamim and Jordan reaping their soul and getting so much customers and making so much business doing that. Now I'm not having any interest in doing custom installations with lightsabers, but oh, here's the Discord link. Boom, Discord link. But yeah, so I did. He kind of confirmed what I had as an issue in the past, but again, I have to admit I'm also sorry because I felt like Shamim is not at fault here. He's completely innocent, and he has suffered quite a bit from this, and you can see he's very genuine about all that. A very nice personality. Like he wasn't just throwing Jordan under the bus, etc. But that have led also to me to create the lightsaber club, because I felt like on Facebook we need some groups that are not owned by a saber company or some major saber smiths, because you get potentially these kind of issues, and that happened. So I'm happy that we have the lightsabers club. Even Shamim is member of it, and I felt like I felt like, yeah, now that is a bit broken up. Now the custom lightsaber group is just purely owned by Saberforge, so is the Vault purely owned by Vader's Vault. Although Vader's Vault, of course, is very liberal, other companies can post there, etc. I feel like it's a bit more fair now in the communities, and I really hope that everybody's gonna get back the money, of course, because unfortunately it's still a lot of money. More than 27,000 US dollar is estimated to be with Jordan Mall from all the people that did commissions with him. But I want to know from you guys if you're in the podcast. Panther, if you're in the podcast and you join us, you can just talk and you can bring up anything. So we're just going to talk a bit about this topic, and not per se about Jordan Mall, but about the dangers of the monopolies with these smaller companies, and basically, or sabersmiths basically eating the entire market and making it harder to compete. And then if something goes wrong with those people that are basically leading that market, a lot of people are out of their money or are duped. So I'm not sure what you guys think about that whole thing that happened. This is not talking per se about Shamim or Jordan Mall, but just in general how this situation can happen again, and what you guys think should be done differently from these sabersmiths. If you have any input, just share it. And yes, you guys, when you join the Discord channel, you can just mute yourself, you can just listen in, you can leave chat messages there, or leave them on the YouTube channel, on the live chat, and then just chit chat there. That's all fine. But yeah, anything that you want to guys bring up, just bring it up. I mean, it's an open forum. It's not only me talking, everybody's just talking, and we're just talking about anything. I mean, everything that you guys want to bring up. Now, in this case, I have water, but next time it might be a beer, and then we just have a fun chit chat. It's just chit chatting about lightsabers, the lightsaber industry, Star Wars in general. Well, Panther just leveled up. Yeah, so Insightful Channel says nepotism. I don't know this word. I never heard of it before. Hey, my English is not great. Nepotism is trash and constantly lead to garbage. Yeah, that is just a bit. That's why I'm always a bit scared with Saberforge, because they basically come in there and they start to take all the different markets. They start to sell the YDD lightsabers, the bottom of the barrel lightsabers. They start to sell for an affordable price. They start to sell backpacks, pens, everything. So I feel like they try to get into every aspect of the market, and it's a bit scary because it's Saberforge. It's Phil Isherwood. We got Stitch. He is my Wikipedia. Thank you very much. Nepotism, the practice amongst those with power and influence of favoring related relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I never heard of that word before. But yeah, that basically, basically that. Yes. Um, we got some comments on YouTube as well. Otto says, "Hey chums, how you doing?" Otto says, "Today is delivery day. Awesome, sweet, very good." Awesome, man. Excited? His years in the office were marked by corruption and nepotism. Ooh. Oh, cool, cool. In both chats now, Snickerinos. Stackerinos. Oh my god, what is that Snickerinos? I want to eat a Snicker or something. I don't know. Stackerinos. Stackerinos, where does it come from? Is it like stacks, like poker or something? Let me share this live chat really quick. Pop, boop, boop. Oh, the weather graphics. Nice. Nice. How long did you wait again for that? Wasn't too horrible, right? A little bit horrible, by Saber Force standards. Maybe that's a good topic we can talk about. Have you noticed any improvements from Saber Force since they introduced their new ordering system? Or in general, like lead times or anything that you say, hey, their communication becomes a bit better or worse or something like that? Maybe we can toss that in there as well as a bit of a topic, because with Auto Sabers it's very consistent. Like with Auto Sabers, it's just a deck giveaway. If you ordered something, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you have it in your doormat. With Saber Force, it's on the website. Just hey, we deliver in 15 days, 20 whatever weeks, and it's never gonna happen. So not too bad Saber Force, by the way, but just to see per period, like is it becoming better or worse. Actually, talking about periods, that's a good thing actually to bring up. So we're getting Christmas coming at the doorsteps, right? So within 2 months we have Christmas. Having this new Star Wars cartoon series, Star Wars, what's that? Resistance, and the new, what's that, the movie? No, I think the TV show, the Mandalorian TV show won't be up till I think early next year. I don't know, but I think the offset of custom lightsabers might be really high this year again, because everybody want to get the lightsaber. What I do hope to see in Star Wars Resistance, but not in the live action show, I don't know why I have that, is a new lightsaber design. Somebody maybe have a lightsaber, like, I don't know. I like the cartoon aesthetics of lightsabers. I don't know why. It's something about the simplicity of them. I think I like the lightsabers from the Clone Wars a lot more than some of the real life lightsabers that we've seen in the movies. I don't know why that is, but for example, Ventress lightsabers, Obi-Wan's Kenobi lightsaber, it looks really good in the Clone Wars. I don't know why it is. Even the skinny flex by Anakin Skywalker, it just, everything looks better in those cartoons. I don't know why that is, but anyway, I recently,
Because you can do way more with art than you can with actual machining.
sorry?
For sure. Because you can do way more with art than you can.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I think it's that. Yeah, I think the what I like about it is it lacks a bit of details, and because it lacks details, I make them up in my mind, so they look in my mind, they look better. I don't know, maybe that's weird, but like for example, Ventress Hilt. Oh my god, so beautiful. I don't know what it is. I'm probably silly. Let me see. It's so darn hot here. I think I have to turn on the airco. Give me a second, guys. I'm almost fainting here.
Alrighty.
Okay. Survived it. Ah, that's much better. I already can feel it. Whew. Yeah. Same for me now. Air conditioning. We gotta have that. Let's see. What's some messages here from Otto?
Oh wow, you have the light that I make poster in the background.
Sorry?
The Last Jedi poster in
Yeah.
the background.
Yeah.
I have some of the posters I collect myself.
Oh, nice. I got
The full size Force Awakens.
I have
The
one.
dark side.
Yeah, I had one really cool one. I actually picked it up with when I was with Aaron Lin from the Pop Store at a toy convention in Hong Kong, and it was it's the Last Jedi as well, and in the back it has like what's that? The other movie, what's that? Ragnarok. I want to seal it because I think that is like one of those collectible posters over time. But how do you actually keep those posters good? This one is just trashed because this chair is constantly hitting against it, it's like rubbing against it. So this is no
Oh,
good.
you have to frame it up. There's a store in Singapore that sells posters,
Okay.
and they sell the frame.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So you can choose, and they will protect the poster pretty well.
I probably have to look at that because well, the humidity, I think it's the same as in Singapore. Everything that's not is exposed, it will just over time. So inside may or may not want to invest in headphones. Yes, you mean me, right? So a headset with thing. I might have to do that. That would be a good one. Is the audio echoing for you guys during the live stream on YouTube, or is it, you guys can hear an echo now?
Oh yeah, we can hear it real much.
Really interesting, because I don't hear any echo on this end. So, is it you hear the echo on YouTube or an echo in Discord?
Discord.
Echo in Discord.
In Discord. Ooh. So it's echo from me. Let me see. What,
Yeah.
let me see. What can that be? So on YouTube you don't have an echo, but you have an echo here. Because what can that cause, the echo? That's weird. Is it pretty bad, right, the echo? It's pretty atrocious.
I can hear my own voice through your mic, dude. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, I know what's that. That's because yeah, you're right. Let me get an ear plug. I have the audio up. Oh no, I can't do that. I know what's going on because I'm using my iPad to do the live stream, and the audio from Discord is so loud, so the guys on YouTube can hear me, and I'm not doing a live stream from my computer, so that's why the audio is echoing. If I put the audio softer for Discord, I can't hear you. So I'm in a dilemma. If I use earplugs, then nobody on YouTube can hear me. So I'm gonna put it a bit softer, and hopefully the echo is a bit less. That's a dilemma. That's a dilemma I have to fix. I have to work with that. Yeah. Learning curve here. So next time I have to get a camera, a webcam, put it on my computer, not use the iPad anymore, so the audio all comes from one device only. All fixed then. Sorry guys.
No worries.
The echo should be a bit lower, less now, right?
Oh yeah, I can't hear anymore on my own voice at least.
Okay, that's good because
Same here.
Good, because I put the volume a bit lower, so it works. I can hear you, but the guys maybe on YouTube can't hear it. It's a bit of a trade-off we have here. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's talk about something new from Lightsaber. So I saw some cool stuff. I think everybody knows by now, but there was some cool lightsabers from Saberforge and Alta Sabers and some other companies coming, and I know we talked a bit about it before, but I'm still a bit like not fully understanding the fact why would all these saber companies come with the saber run at the same lightsaber run at the same time. I just don't get it. Like, yeah, I understand that you want to chime into a certain business, like, oh, somebody like Saberforge is selling a new, I don't know, a Canon hilt, and then the other company say, hey, we also do a batch of 100 of these hilts, we chime into that. But I don't understand that, because the lightsaber industry isn't that big, there's not that many companies, but yet they're coming with the same lightsaber design, although their own elements to make it their own, they're giving their own trademarks to it. I mean, it's all limited runs as well in most cases, so I just don't get it. I'm not sure if what you guys think about that, but I personally feel like it's a bit silly to do. I'm not sure what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I think it's just
from their audience. That's all they want. They want to just take advantage of what's there, get money from their own audience, because they know that their own audience is going to be loyal to them no matter what, unless they completely do them over. Saberforge's stuff seems to be as sharp as knives from what I can hear sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you like your stuff, if you like their stuff, you're going to keep buying it if you have the disposable income to get it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel it's like it's a financial risk for those companies, because, I mean, you're gonna make it yourself hard by hey, oh, sorry, I need to do something with the mic. Sorry, one sec, sorry guys. Okay, can't you isolate the mic from transmitting sound when the YouTuber is... Oh, okay, I can do that. I just push this mute button. Haha, that works. Okay, we fixed the issue. I'm just gonna mute it manually for now. Perfect. Okay, but I feel like they make it itself so hard, because you're like a small lightsaber company and you're gonna compete with some of the bigger ones that have more budget, and you're gonna make a run of 100 hilts. You have all the investments that you made, and then you have to pre-purchase everything, and then you have to try to sell it to get your money back. And then it's like, is this gonna work out for them or not? And then you're competing against other companies that having the same rail to run. They might be better, they may be cheaper. I think it's extra tough. I think it's just crazy tough. I don't know why they do it. It's like hurting yourself. I don't know.
I think it's just the supply and demand. Like, there's a huge demand for the certain hilt, but the supply isn't there. Like, certain limited runs like has 100 hilts, where only 100 people can get, but the rest will still want that particular hilt. So I think that the rest of the companies are trying to get in on the hype and the demand, and to fulfill that demand.
Okay, that makes very sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That I have seen that before, especially when a run comes up from Solo's Hold, for example. It gets sold out, or it's really expensive and people cannot really get one. Then they wait for a run from KR Sabers or another company, and they're like, okay, we'll jump on that one instead, because this and this reason. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm playing too much with the mute button now. It's working, by the way.
Yeah, not streaming.
Sorry?
Yeah, not streaming anything. It's silent for a while.
Okay, you can hear me now, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I just scared you guys having the echo again, because I'm looking at my little icon in Discord, my own name, and I see it sometimes lighting up when you guys talking, so I know it's echoing, and then I just push the mute button, and I should resolve that. Good. Okay, so we got some comments here as well in the live chat. Completely off topic question for anyone. I'm building a custom lightsaber, and right now I have 4 inches of room for the blade to go in, but I want to chop it a little. Okay. How much room do I need minimum for the blade? You mean the depth of the blade socket, right? When you put your blade inside the hilt and you want to make sure, you want to make it a little bit shorter, so you want to have the LED unit a bit higher. Now I guess you guys will chime in on as well.
1.5.
1.5, I agree. Yeah, 1.5 is I would say for me it's a minimum 1.5. If it's below 1.5, it's a little bit annoying, because the blade wobble sometimes gets a bit too much. I had that with my Vader's Vault Hero, which has a blade depth of 1.25 inch, and with my Vader's Vault Acolyte. I felt the blade depth was a bit too shallow, and then just the blade doesn't feel that nice and secure in the hilt. But then again, it's a personal opinion.
I sort of wish that the neck hilts would have more than one blade retention screw. Oh,
Yeah, agree. I think for thin neck sabers, that is more or less like a must. I like that on the Ultimate Works Hero because it actually has two on each side. But for example, on my Saber Trio Neopixel Aaron lightsaber, the blade tap is actually a little bit more than 1/2 inch deep. I think 1.7. So it's just enough, deep enough that you feel like comfortable and it doesn't fly out the blade. But I think in a lot of cases I actually like it if it was like, maybe that's a bit annoying, but one regular retention screw and then the other side is a thumb screw. Not per se the perfectly fine looking lightsaber like that, but it's just a convenient way to do it. But I think two would be good. Yes, I agree. Way too often I have blades flying out, but even just whirling about. No worries, no worries. Is there a reason why you want to put your LED higher up? Is it like you want to make it a bit brighter? Because that helps a bit with the base flare. If you use certain LEDs, there's a base flare, and if you hire the LED unit inside the actual hilt, then the base flare is a bit higher up, so it looks brighter in the bottom. I can. Yeah, I got a saber mach here. Got a saber mach here. Got a dark storm here. Now this one is around 2 inches deep, but it's easy to get food because it has these like little prongs on the sides, which are actually not, the blade is not actually touching it unless you smack it against something. Then of course it will move from side to side, but it's not part of the wall of the blade. A lot of saber companies have that. You think, oh, that's a deep blade socket, till you put the blade in it and you see it doesn't actually hit the sides. Should I sabotage and play the stream via the music bot? What does that mean? I'm sorry, I'm old school. I have no idea what that means.
So when he activates the music board, the whole podcast will be blasted with music that he chooses. So he wants to make it very more Star Warsy.
Oh,
He
really?
can blast Star Wars music.
Really? We can try it out. I think that's interesting. I don't know how loud it's gonna be, and we can still talk, but I have no idea how it looks like or sounds like.
It's gonna be chaos.
Yeah. Okay, then don't do it. And then okay, never mind then. Okay, no worries. We got some other comments here as well. Zach said, I have a Dominic's. Oh, this is regarding the blade depth. So Dominic's V Fur from Ultra Sabers, and I don't like the emitter, so I'm using a Project Saber. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I had the Dominic's V4 as well. Actually, I think I binned it because it fell so many times it broke the pommel, and it's so stuck because the threads were like overlapping because it fell too many times, so I couldn't unscrew it anymore. But you want to chop it off? Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine actually. I think just, I don't know how you're gonna chamfer the top of it. You know, you need to make it smooth on the top. If you chop it off, it will be quite sharp, I guess. Whoa! Whoa! Did I do? No, that wasn't me.
No, that was the music board.
That's cool. How?
It's playing your video.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. So we can do a lot of stuff with these, with this. And the cool.
Welcome back to the Rebel Jump Channel. This is a video.
Oh god.
Ask a lot of
One
time.
thing what I always hate is when I listen back my videos is hearing my own voice, because in my mind it sounds much muscular and heavier than it actually is. And it's like, hey guys, it's Rebel Jumps. It's God.
Why do I keep buying Saber?
Oh
Yeah,
god.
there's a reason for that. Because your own voice resonates in your own body or the bones, so you hear it as deeper. Whereas when you hear it from a video, it's a bit more lighter.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, it's god. But it's one of the most horrible things you can have. It's like listening back to your voice. I remember as a kid vividly having the first camcorder, making videos for I don't know, not my camcorder, but for my parents, making some videos and then listening back to my own voice. It was so cringy. It's like the first time you hear that, it's like, oh my god, I feel so ashamed. I don't know. Never wears off. Let's see. Okay, you're gonna sand it. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, you definitely want to sand out edges because once you chop it, it's gonna be quite sharpy. But yeah, man, Stackerinos, that's cool, man. I had no idea that Discord had so many features. Again, if you're watching this live stream, if you're watching this for the first time, we keep the Discord channel up. It's for the Lightsabers Club on Facebook, so you can always join and talk to each other. This is not purely only for the live chats. It's just for everybody to come together and talk about lightsabers or Star Wars or whatever. We can over time maybe add some more channels for different topics, and you guys can just chill out and talk. Because I think, ooh. I think it's really it can really help people, like if you're working on a lightsaber build or something or whatever, and you just have some questions, or you're just boring and you want to talk to somebody about a lightsaber, or have some questions like, oh, I'm gonna buy this lightsaber, hey guys, I need to get a quick answer or something like that. Fun, lighthearted. I'm just checking the Facebook now. I see the pictures everywhere now from the Mandalorian live action show. Everybody on the internet seems to be go crazy for it. So that's good. I think they did the right thing though. Disney is smart. They knew exactly what's they should latch on to. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
for
it's something fresh.
Yeah, right. I mean,
something away from the animation.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I what I really like is expanding on the Star Wars universe. Add more planets, add more species, add more storylines. So it doesn't have to just revolve about Jedi versus Sith, good, evil. I really like they going into the way and showing like all this, hopefully spaceports and cantinas and the life of people having to survive and make money. And I think Mandalorians and probably I guess the Mandalorians. I don't know if they're still thriving as a clan or he's just like a Mandalorian that has been extorted, like he's been thrown out of the clan, or that there's no more clan because the whole Mandalorian planets are broken, destroyed, and all the Mandalorians are dead, or he's like picking up Mandalorian tradition, or he's like, I don't know, outcast or something. I will be very interesting to see that storyline. Well, because I believe the Mandalorians are dead, right, or mostly dead.
Whoa.
I think.
Hey everybody, welcome back to John's channel. Today we have an
Oh my god. We have a new GJ and we have to smack his hands. Oh, touch the button. Brick Champion asked me, what are you, Jedi or Sith? I would say more of a Sith because it's a fantasy and you can be anything you want, and I'd rather be something that I'm not, and then I will be something very badass and very cool. I know that Stitch is a Jedi. Jedi, right? Not Grey Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Straight up
So
Jedi.
I now have a new enemy with you.
Yes. Haha. It's good. Mortal enemies. Now, actually, on that topic, I will get a new baby born in 2 months, and we had a name, but my mother wasn't too happy with the name, so I'm gonna try if I can sneak in the name Jason from Jason Solo, because if I tell my wife, oh, I think Jason is a cool name, and if you make it short, it's like J, then my wife say, oh, okay, hopefully. And then I can never tell it's from Star Wars, of course. If I tell it's from Star Wars, she will never allow it. So I will tell it after the baby's born, and if she allows that name, I will say, oh yeah, Jason is actually from Star Wars. She will not be happy with me, but I'm gonna try it because I think Jason Solo is a very cool character. But thanks, Stitch. Thanks. Jedi for me. Let's team up and get both of them. Nice. I mean, that's so cool about Star Wars. It's like you can be anything you want. And last time when I was when I met Stitch in Singapore, there was actually a group of Mandalorian mercs, and they had these beautiful costumes. And the cool thing is, it's still Star Wars, so you don't have to be a Sith or Jedi or Grey Jedi. You can be a smuggler. You can be a Mandalorian. You can be this or that. It's still all Star Wars. Still very iconical. Everybody will recognize it as Star Wars, and that's so cool about it. Yeah, she will. She will hang me by the balls if I tell it's Star Wars. So, but I'm gonna try it because I think Jason is a pretty cool name. But then again, I don't know if she feels the same. But we already actually had a name, so it's like yeah, I like it. But hey, yes, selling death sticks, that would be good. For one reason, now we talk about it, I always think about the that scene where Han Solo in Force Awakens starts to bargain in between the Death Watch, no, not the Death Watch, the two clans. I forgot their names. Sorry, the guys in the red spandex suits, and then the other guy that speaks with an Irish accent, or what is it, Irish or Scottish accent. I always think about that, like Han Solo haggling. These clans are clearly
Hand weapon. So in this.
Oh, what was that? Was that me? That was me. It was me. But yeah, I just have to think about like where does these clans come from? Somewhere they have their bosses and they're doing stuff, and they have their own ships and stuff like that. It's very interesting. Like everything, very cool. Let me snug up some. You guys have any lightsaber goodies or any good information or like new stuff that you think, hey, there's a new lightsaber or new run coming, or bring it up?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna buy a new Qui-Gon Jinn saber from Ultimate Works.
Okay, cool, nice. You mean
Yeah.
the which one again? The Kyojin, or sorry?
The Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh, the Qui-Gon Jinn. Yeah. Very nice.
So for $175.
Yeah, $175. That one is I forgot if I reviewed that one before. I don't think so actually. No, I don't think so. It was the Obi-Wan Kenobi one, from episode 1. The Qui-Gon Jinn, I have played with it once at Aaron's house, I believe, and it looks pretty darn awesome. It's deep grooved. That is the way you want to have a Qui-Gon Jinn, of course, deep grooved. And then there's like
Oh yeah.
a very nice compartment near the body, the higher end of the body, where the soundboard and the battery is very nicely and tucked away in. So there's like, it looks like there's no space for electronics inside, but it's very nicely done that you can still fit in everything.
That
Ass. Yes, ass. Your name's Aaron as well? Nice. Aaron. Sweet.
Yeah, but the thing I'm not too sure about is the Asteria soundboard.
Yeah, so the Asteria soundboard is basically, I would say, almost identical to the Prism 5.1 soundboards. I actually, the battery's empty. I will make a video tomorrow from the Ultimate Works Hero, which have that soundboard, and I'll show all the features. But it's basically the same. It's maybe dimensions. Let me get it. Let me show it to you guys. Let me get it real quick.
Oh, you're silent there.
You would install a D-ring on it. It clangs a lot. I'm not sure if that's ideal for heavy dueling as well, if you want that. But then again, sure, your own option. But yeah, so if you add the blade and change, I would say go for the metal switch.
Okay.
Don't go for this plastic guarded switch that you get as a standard option. I believe that's another $10. So let's say $80. For $80,
oh my God,
you have a saber, whip blade, and a proper switch. And versus the $175. So you can see it's gonna almost save you $100. Oh,
so I muted him. Okay.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, sorry, I'm back. I'm sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I had to mute the bot for a moment. He kept talking. So I just took off the pommel of this of the Ultimate Works hero, and then okay, I already turned off the volume of the bot, so from my end it's fine. So the board itself is
Rebel, you're not.
oh,
We can't hear you.
sorry, I was muted. Sorry. So this is the Asteria soundboard in the Ultimate Works Hero. So you can see it's a quite long board, but actually the board itself is only this long between my two fingers here. This is an extension for. Is it an extension? No, sorry, my bad. Sorry, the entire board length is this long from my this finger to here. So it's a bit a long board. It's a bit longer board, and but it's exactly like the Prism 5.1 basically. It has the same features, the same sensitivity. The configuration file looks different, but it configures exactly the same. If you're familiar with the Prism 5.1 commands, etc., it's almost identical. But yeah, no battery. I need to charge it, so I can't demonstrate it. So good, but it's super sensitive. It's exactly like the Prism, and I believe it's a lot cheaper as well. So for me, that is a big selling point. I actually want to get one plug and play kit, and then get some of the new Ultra Sabers, and then actually put that plug and play Asteria soundboard kit in there, because I'm not into building like all these empty hills with Prism soundboards, etc. And I just want to have one nice soundboard and then just chuck it in there, have full RGB, and then I can make the reviews, and I don't have to buy every lightsaber with the soundboard, etc., because that's extremely expensive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and it is pretty dirt cheap as well. The Asteria soundboard. It was a price for the whole plug and play kit. I forgot the price, but I believe it was less than $60. I believe, I'm not entirely sure. It was crazy cheap compared like a Sabercore soundboard. You get a lot more. It's crazy.
I thought for the Asteria, it's just. I thought the $60 one was for just the soundboard and nothing else.
Oh really? Okay. Maybe I was wrong with the pricing. I thought the plug and play kits were cheaper, but I didn't buy one yet. So let me just check. What is it? Ultimate Works.
Yeah, the park store has comes with a speaker, the switches. I forgot how much is it also.
I'm gonna check it now. See if you can see it. It's not. So that is the only thing I have sometimes. Sometimes I don't know which website to check. Is it Ultimate Works? Is it the Park Store? Is it One the Force?
Oh, I'm at the park store website.
Okay.
79 USD for the plug and play.
So how much?
79 USD.
79. Okay. That's not too bad, because it's with RGB, right? You get two switches, a soundboard, and I believe a chassis, and I think a battery as well. So I think,
yeah, with a speaker.
I think it's not bad for the price compared to, let's say, the one from the plug and play kit from Saberforge, which is I believe $250 for the Sabercore kit, and that's not even including an LED. You still need to buy that separately as well. Crazy.
Ew.
That's a bit too crazy for me. Hey, Tren just joined as well. Thanks for joining us, Tren. Tren is not there. I thought he was in the Lightsaber podcast as well.
Nah, he just joined your channel.
No worries. You can just chit-chat with us. Chit-chat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in terms of new lightsaber stuff, I'm pretty excited to see that new Revan from Vader's Vault. More than anything, I think I was more excited to see their to hopefully soon see their upcoming Revan hilt compared to their crossguard hilt, because it's a known character. So I'm like, I wouldn't want to see what is their iteration of the Revan hilt. I think it's going to be pretty badass. Knowing Vader's Vault, it will have some nice milling, some nice detailing all over the hilt. I think it will be quite intrigued. Of course, the size will be very small, very slim. I'm wondering how they're gonna handle these sharp points. For me, that's always a bit of a thing, like how the sharp points on the prongs will be. Will they chamfer that nice and round, or they will be semi-sharp, or they will be razor sharp? Because I had that Vader's Fold Red, and that one was pretty darn sharp. I did not expect that for a Vader's Fold lightsaber. That thing was pretty sharp. I could definitely cut open my fingers on the edges of that hilt. I think they were not chamfered properly on time or something. They didn't have time for it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that hilt. And
Yeah, and it's pretty accurate too.
yeah,
The colors, the dimensions.
I didn't see any. Did you already see some images of it or renders? I didn't see anything yet. I'm
Oh no, I'm on the Vaderbot store.
The what?
The
hat?
Vaderbot store.
Really? From Vader's Fold? Oh wait.
Yeah, I'll post a link.
Oh, they just posted it. Oh my god, I'm looking at a picture now. I think they just posted it. I did not see it yet. I'm looking at the video now. It's called the Revanchist. Ooh, man, that looks nice. That's what I mean. So
is the most exact.
Wow. Is that Jenna talking?
It's the.
I think so. Wow, that's so nice. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit bamboozled by looking at the video now. It's definitely thinner than I expected. Those prongs are quite nice. Yeah, sorry, I can't show you the picture or video now on this live chat. Wow, that looks really nice. Video's a bit blurry, so it's harder to see, but oh yeah, nice. Ooh, so, wow, there's a lot of detailing in the body itself. There's a lot more details than I expected.
Oh wait, did I post the wrong link?
Sorry? That's the Revan, that's the Revan. Oh man.
Okay, well.
Ooh, damn. I need to get one. I need to get one. I was actually saving up to buy the buy another Vader's Fold Acolyte, because I really miss my Acolyte from Vader's Fold. I think that was one of my very favorite lightsaber designs they ever had. But I think I might save up for this one instead.
Come out from, Saber Forge, and
damn. What I like about it is they have those metal prongs on the side. With Saber Forge, I believe they just screwed on the top and then they're free floating on the bottom, so you can actually move them from side to side and you hear that poing sound. So this looks really sweet. I don't know how they secure it on the bottom though, but I think
these are actually very, very comfortable.
I think they cut out slits on the entire length of the hilt to fit in those 3 prongs. Take a seat. Take a seat, son. Karina says. Wow, that looks really good. Oh my god, that looks really nice. What do you guys think of it? You guys have seen it as well already?
I'm looking for it.
Oh man, it's they posted a video. Michael Ficetti posted a video in the vault, and I'm looking on the Vader's Fold website now. If I see some more information, products. It might not be on the website yet. Probably later today or tomorrow. That looks really nice. I'm kind of curious to see if they will have different color schemes and whatnot. No, I don't see it on their website yet. Yeah, so the Revan, I reviewed that one in the past. That one is pretty cool, but I felt it was a bit too tiny for me. It was a bit too scaled down. The Saber Forge one is a bit too big, so I wanted something in between. I don't know how to explain it. For me, it was just a little bit too small.
Wait, is the Revan from the Rebel Vader's bot, right?
Yes, this Revan is from the Revan from Vader's Fold. Yeah. So Darth Revan had 2 or 3 lightsabers, as you guys said before as well. This was one of his lightsabers, and the new one looks. Wow, the new one looks really good. Very nice. I'm kind of curious about the pricing. I'm not so sure if it's. I think they're gonna put it in the $500 range. I feel like every new lightsaber they get, minus the brawler, is getting a little bit more expensive. But then again, you get a lot back, of course. Some water. It's nice. What was that? Is that me? No. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm just looking at some stuff to discuss. Let's see, Force Relics, close and outer. Oh yeah, they had this Cal Katarn run. So now Saber Force has also a Cal Katarn. So it's a little bit what we talked about earlier this live stream, like all these lightsaber companies coming with the same stuff. It's really cool that they make these lightsabers, but sometimes I feel like, is there really a need for this lightsaber? Is there really somebody that wants that lightsaber? Oh, thank you, insightful. Let's see, $150. Oh, that's a bit more expensive than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a bit cheaper than $150. Okay, cool, thank you. I completely miscalculated. I thought it was around $60 US. $150. Yeah, I mean, compared to the one from Saberforge, of course you get RGB, you get flash on class, etc. That's really nice.
Oh yeah, my bad. It's for 79 USD is for soundboard only.
Yeah, so a bit more expensive than I expected, but then again, yeah, you get a lot of stuff from it. But yeah, I really want to get one of those plug and play sets, because I just want to have a premium plug and play set that I can just toss in any empty hilt basically, and then show it off with RGB and whatnot, because that will be greatly reducing the cost of making lightsaber reviews. But yeah, I mean, the one that is in this Ultimate Works Hero is really sensitive. It's really nice. Stacks pin my message. 2 messages. Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You have a couple of questions.
Oh really?
In-hilt LEDs or LED strips?
Where do you see that? Where do you see the messages?
The in-hilt one versus the NeoPixel is in your YouTube live chat.
Sorry, is this a question for me? Sorry, I'm a little. I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's by Big Chat.
In the group chat.
No, YouTube.
YouTube chat. Really? Let me check, because I don't see any messages. There's something wrong. Oh, sorry, dudes. Yeah, Brickchamps asks in-hilt LEDs or Neo preference. Yeah, for me it's NeoPixel. I'm not sure what you guys think about it, but for me it's NeoPixel. It's just my preference now. It's just badass. But then again, I'm not sure what you guys prefer, because you guys maybe do other stuff with your lightsaber and then have different needs for it.
Yeah, I'm currently steering away from the NeoPixels because, as you know, I busted the board.
Yeah, you busted the board. Yeah. So, is this something you want to share with us, or?
Yeah. So, if you guys are using high discharge battery with any soundboards with protection circuit, do make sure that you put the batteries in the correct polarity, because if you put the batteries in reverse polarity, the resistor, the protective circuit on the boards will explode. So mine explode in a very explosive way. So there was fire and little sparks flying here and there, and the board was basically busted. So we sent it back to TCSS to fix.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, you would reckon that it has like this kind of built-in system that it actually like protects you from, like, when you put the battery ups and down and nothing happens, you would say the board will actually, I think it's supposed to protect you, but I think it didn't work or something. But that's a bit scary. Now you told me before that story, I'm like, every time when I have to put a battery inside a lightsaber, I'm like, am I doing this correct? double checking. Yeah, sure, yeah, and then put it
Oh,
in.
Kid is in the channel.
Oh, we got a famous person here. We have Kid Sabers here from Kid Sabers and from Sabermach. He just joined us. Awesome. And
Yeah, but he's not in the chat yet.
okay,
Yeah.
no worries. He's still logging in. He's dialing in. 50K.
Oh yeah. So about the protection circuit.
Hmm.
So the thing is, the protection circuits can protect the board from a normal battery input, which is your normal 18650 lithium-ion batteries, not the high discharge ones. So I think probably Flector Labs need to do a more powerful circuit protection system so that it can handle the high discharge batteries that we are all using for NeoPixel.
Got it. So when you were building your lightsaber, was that with NeoPixel or was that with an in-built LED?
NeoPixel. This is the one that we use for Sabermark's Shadow Rider, I think.
Got it. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I heard a little bit as well with what was it? Crystal Focus 9. I would expect it was already NeoPixel ready, but it's not, and I'm like, that's a bit slow from Earth, because it's now Plector Pixel, right? So it's already their technology, their NeoPixel technology. So you would expect that their flagship soundboards and that at least the Prism 5.1 are already ready for NeoPixel in a way that it's also secure with the right, as you say, I don't know how to call it, resistor, security component. So I'm kind of curious why they pushed it first with the Crystal Shard 4.5, which is only exclusive to Vader's Vault and 2 or 3 other companies, and not their main selling soundboards that everybody else can purchase. So I would say there's a lot higher offset of the Crystal Focus and the Prism 5.1 soundboard. So why they didn't put the precedence and making sure that they have an updated soundboard for those with updated chip, or they do it silently, update it on the physical components and then just roll it out and then make it ready. But I would say at some point it will be a bit tough then if you have like a new version of the Prism 5.1 and an older one that, like yours, that doesn't have the right security and then pops off when you insert the battery or something. That's kind of interesting. I just don't know if Plector Labs is gonna fix that anytime soon, or they already developing the board, or they already ready to release a new soundboard. But I think a lot more people now are playing like yourself and building with NeoPixel, and I feel like Plector Labs is a bit lacking with that in terms of having not their high selling soundboards fully NeoPixel ready. Like I'm a bit speechless that if I'm mistaken, you guys have to correct me and slap me in the face, but if I'm not mistaken, the Crystal Focus is still not NeoPixel technology ready, which is a bit strange.
Oh yeah. The Crystal Focus is not doesn't have the Flector Pixel yet. And talking about the protection circuit, I believe they didn't do one that is powerful enough to handle the batteries. I think it's because people are only starting to enter the LED strip sabers right about now. So I think they are trying to learn from on the go, I believe, so that whatever feedback that they receive, they probably can improve the board in the next version. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. That is a good practice. If they base it build the updated board based on feedback from the community, that will be awesome. And from Saber companies, of course, that are actually building their products now with their soundboards from Plector Labs. But yeah, I do hope that they come out with an updated board then very soon, because otherwise some of the productions of other lightsaber companies have been stagnated a bit because they don't have the right components on the soundboards to actually push out a lot of NeoPixel technology yet, with the soundboards that they actually had for Minds. So that is sometimes I feel a little bit like the monopoly. Maybe it's not deliberate monopoly, but a little bit like it's in between a gray area because Vader's Vault get the new updated soundboard that is dedicated for a few companies only, Crystal Shard 4.5, that has like all these updates to them, and a lot of other saber companies and saber smiths don't have access to that yet till Plector Labs comes with it. And I feel like, is there a little bit of a monopoly going on there, or is it just a slow process and it just can do one board at a time? That is always interesting to me to see, like, why is this happening first? It's probably purely coincidence and not really anything behind it, but it's still a bit interesting because it does potentially affect some lightsaber companies that they cannot sell these products yet, because if something happened, people put the battery wrong in there, then they get a lot of repairs from lightsabers that are coming back to them and say, oh, I put a battery inside wrong and something sparked and now you need to fix my lightsaber. So I hope that gets fixed by Plector Lab soon. But then again, I'm not as technical as Stitch on that level. Guy, Stitch is really knowledgeable on building lightsabers. I have two left hands. I don't know.
Not really. It's not compared to what Kid and Silver Monk is doing.
Yeah, but you're still way more advanced than me. Very good.
Oh yeah, it's only because I read the manuals.
That's good. RTFM. Read the fucking manuals.
I think Sneckerinos also asked about stun sabers.
Stunt sabers. Snickeros has a question about stunt sabers. Let me see. Snickeros.
Stun sabers, are they worth it?
Of course, yeah. Stunt lightsabers, definitely. I prefer stunt sabers for like a daily carry lightsaber, because I don't per se want to take a really expensive lightsaber out and about with all this stuff in there. If I just want to show off a lightsaber to a random person or somebody that knows what it is, sort of, and like want to see it, even if it's just light, they're already really impressed and want to play with it. So you don't really have to carry around an expensive piece. For dueling, yes, definitely. I would never duel with per se with a lightsaber that has a soundboard in it, because just it has like a higher chance that the battery disconnects and thing just goes off than with a stunt saber, and just the cost association. I most of the cases like my sabers stunt, like the majority of them stunt, and then one or two like high ends with soundboards, because all of them like most of them are on the shelves. Like if you have multiple of them, they're on the shelves all day long. You watch them, you play with one, and then the rest of the week the other ones don't get attention, and then you play with the other one. We're not General Grievous. We don't have 4-6 arms. So at most of the times I'm just perfectly fine. My own fantasy, fine with stunt sabers, nothing wrong with that. But for stunt sabers, I do find like they have to be bright. So it has to be like a dedicated tricredan or a stringlet lightsaber, or even a NeoPixel stunt setup. Like NeoPixel can also be a stunt set configuration. It doesn't have to be a soundboard. I think it actually might help for a NeoPixel saber to draw a little bit less power, but I don't think soundboards draw a lot of power anyway. So maybe NeoPixel, that's a little bit silly to say as a stunt saber, but I'm not that technical on that level. But yeah, stunt sabers definitely. I don't know what you guys think about stunt sabers. Are you guys feeling them, or you just say, nah, I just want to rather have like a couple of lightsabers with soundboard. I don't really need just a glow stick.
Yeah, it depends on what you want the stun saber to do.
You do.
Like
Go ahead. Go
yeah,
on.
sorry.
No, go ahead. I will latch into because you do actually do the lightsaber. I cannot not pronounce that word. Choreography, lightsaber choreography. So you
Oh, choreography.
yes, that word.
Yeah.
Choreography. So sorry. But I think for those cases you prefer to have a stunt saber because it's maybe just a bit handier, less prone to damage, less prone to have issues. So I'm not sure what you prefer for when you're doing those demonstrations.
Yeah, so for choreography, the stunt sabers is incredibly useful For the damage, they do get damage because they get thrown here and there. So it adds to the dynamics of the choreography.
Mm.
So I will never show my lightsaber that has a soundboard in it because I'm afraid that when it drops, the soundboard might have a break, which is going to cost me a lot. So I would probably just use a stun and to do the choreography. And for the stun, I can let people handle it, so I'm not really afraid that they drop it or they damage it because the cost is really quite low. But if I were to let people handle my sound saber, I would be more careful, making sure that they do not do funny stuff with it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, and also for dueling, it's just I mean, I've seen quite a bit of time that with a dueling lightsaber where the battery goes out, yeah, literally out of battery from the battery holder, and then the whole lightsaber disconnects, and it's a bit of a hassle, especially when you do heavy dueling. So I would much rather just have a stun saber. Then again, I'm not really into the heavy dueling. I wish to go into it one day, but in Hong Kong we don't really have that, so that's the reason why I don't really do it. Um, Brick Champ says weird gloss. Weird gloss. Yeah, but I think when you do the installations of lightsabers, those gloss can get in the way when you do the soldering. What you do want to have is glasses, like safety glasses, because if you get the soldering stuff in your eyes, ooh, cannot imagine how that must feel. Brick Champ says, I think it's better to buy fewer sabers than Neo type and have a unique collection rather than buying lots of different cheaper sabers that are non-Neo. I do understand that. Like a lot of people actually do that. They rather collect, for example, a few high-end cannon hilts or a few high-end decked-out lightsabers, and they're happy with that. They're content, like yourself. They rather have that. For me, I'd rather have maybe one or two high-end sabers and then a couple of stun sabers, for different purpose. For one for just spinning around, and then one for taking outside, and I actually hand it to my son to play it, hand it to various kids or people. Like this said, if they fall or then it's not gonna hurt me a lot. And for those sabers, I most of the cases I gravitate to the Saber Forts and Prentice Hilt lines because they're relatively inexpensive, $150 for a deck, well, stun saber with a Tri-Cree LIG. The battery life is pretty good as well. Like you get at least 2 hours out of it. So I like those lightsabers from Saber Forts. I think that's why I gravitate so much to Saber Forts. It's because of their stun saber setups and the pricing and the fact that they're quad-cree, so they're relatively bright. And yeah, I kind of like that. I like that array of lightsabers. They're not super expensive. I feel personally, from my personal opinion, $150. That is around the range I feel comfortable with most lightsabers. Sometimes I go crazy with these kind of lightsabers. Yes, they cost a lot more money, but they're really decked out. But then again, my collection is always small, so I always have a whole bunch of lightsabers, sell them off, and then I can do other lightsaber reviews. But the ones that really end up staying are the few stun sabers that I actually honestly can afford and keep, and one or two of those expensive lightsabers. So, oh, okay. Stitch says, so for you can try out ordering a Sports Junior from Sabermach. Oh, they're phasing it out. Oh, yeah. I just saw a post on that as well on their page. Yeah. So the Junior Sports, I've reviewed them, I think, a year ago when Sabermach was in Hong Kong. I got a video of it, and it's a really nice saber. Very compact, very light, spins like crazy. Actually, I was there with Aaron Lin from the Bach store, and we were dueling, and he beat me up pretty bad. He went all out, so I was all bruised up after that. But it was a lot of fun. Handles really nice, those lightsabers. They're very very sleek, and they have like this choke point in the middle, so you can spin them like crazy fast. Really nice. But I understood from Sabermach, so they're phasing out the sports, but they will get this whole line of other lightsabers, so that's pretty cool. The Makas is a big one, of course. The Makas is a big contender, and I think the main replacer, very affordable, and I mean has RGB and whatnot. Very nice lightsaber.
So yeah, that's the one that they are replacing it in favor of.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that one is super sweet. Actually, I started to sell them on my website as well, and already had some people buying them. So it's really nice. Actually, people are really interested in the Mikasa, with or without Suba, especially if they like the fact that you can couple them together and make a saber staff, without have to spend a lot of money on making a saber staff. Um, it's just a really cool lightsaber, and again, it spins so fast, and that is my personal attraction. If a lightsaber spins really fast, I just like that whole. I like the motions. Um, hey chump, guess what I'm holding? Let's keep it mature. Let's keep it rated for kids here. But I hope it's your lightsaber, and not that other one. Yeah, an actual lightsaber. How is it? How is your lightsaber? It's always exciting, right? The time that you living and waiting in anticipation for a lightsaber to come in. Like you ordered it maybe a couple of months ago or a year ago or sometimes a week ago, but still. You want to have it as soon as possible. As soon as you click order or pay with your credit card or whatever, PayPal on that website, you want to have it. You want to have it. You're so eager.
Yeah, that's why you keep checking the shipping, and you track the order.
Yeah. And especially for example with some of the companies where the shipping and ordering lead times are taking a bit longer, like a couple of months, it's just it's a drag, and every time checking, as you say, the shipping times, and then when it's shipped out, that's the most horrible part, is when it's shipped out and it takes like a week or so, because most of the time it comes from the US to me, and then it's like I don't know where it is. Will it come today? And then it's like Friday, and then Friday afternoon and still not in, and like God, it's gonna miss out the whole weekend not having this lightsaber, and then it comes in on Monday or Tuesday, and then that moment is so horrible because you really wanted to have it that day, but no, it's not gonna happen because it will be Monday, and then you can clearly see it already. It cleared it cleared the whatever. The security thing in your country, and it's being delivered. It's close. You can almost touch it. You can almost smell it, but not yet. Not yet. Oh, nice. That's good. A blind live unboxing. Sweet. So everything good. Everything in there. I have the most of the time with Saberforce. Like when you order something, you get the delivery notification, and then you get a shipping code, and then the shipping code is not valid for another 2 weeks, and you think, when it's gonna happen? When they're actually gonna send it? And then finally they're gonna ship it, and then it's like 3 weeks later, and like, oh yeah, okay. Then with Saberforce, most of the time I already ordered something else by that time for Saberforce, just to let them coming. But with Vader's Fault, that is one of the horrible times always. Like when you order some Vader's Fault, you want to have it as soon as possible, but you have to wait a couple of months, and then when it ships, it's a full week for me before I get it, and it's like the anticipation is crazy. Yeah, blue tape. Saberforce lost their blue tape. Actually, I'm from Saberforce. I'm actually curious about picking up some of those Youngling sabers, the new ones. They look pretty good, and that lightsaber from what's his name again? Oh, I keep forgetting his name. I forgot his name. What's his name? The Jedi from Outcast. Jedi Outcast. His lightsaber.
Killer?
No. From Jedi Outcast. Jedi Outcast. Kal Katarn.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm kind of curious about that lightsaber. Actually, one lightsaber that I really want from Saberforge for the longest time is the XL. I think it's the lightsaber of one of the characters from Star Wars, the Clone Wars, with the dreadlocks and yellow tattoo or yellow.
Quinlan Boss?
Yes, yes. He is actually the boyfriend of of
Ostas Ventress.
yes, Astas Ventress. I didn't read the book yet, but I'm now very curious to read up to it, and I think that's a very interesting character. I think he's a really cool character, and I wish he got more time. Yes, that lightsaber, the XL. I don't know why, but I really like design. I like the top part is being a shroud like that. It just I don't know. It has this elegant look to it for me. It has a great appeal to me, and I love the emitter, and it has like this slope inwards. I like that. I like this whole lip that slopes into the emitter. I don't know. It looks really cool. Yeah, this is one of those lightsabers from Saberforce that I really have long on my wish list. Like I really want to have it. Maybe one day. Let's see. Oops, I clicked away the live chat. Okay. Hey, Saber Swords, how you doing? I saw your video regarding lightsaber chassis, and you were using Dark Storm, and it was really good. It was a nice video. I fully agree with you. Lightsaber chassis are a must. Even for stun sabers, I feel it needs a chassis. Even a stun saber. Yep, definitely. Brick Champ said, I was speaking with Electrum Sabers, and they're gonna bring out stuff that will be a game changer, though they wouldn't tell. Yep, will be awesome. Really looking forward to the new stuff that Electrum Sabers Craft will be coming. I'm very excited for that. I don't know. I don't have any of the details either, but I'm looking forward to see new stuff from Electrum Sabers Craft. That's one thing for sure. I'm also very excited for the Bendu carbon fiber lightsaber. Cannot wait to get it in my hands and actually review it for you guys. I think that one looks pretty badass as well. Will be the first lightsaber made of carbon fiber that I'm gonna play with. Staccarino says he wants to have the Skylar. Ooh, yeah, nice. From Saber Trio. I got that one. I got the FX version with the what was that? Sort of Pico Crumble soundboard. It's an Ember blade. Nice. That's a good color. I love Ember. One of my very first lightsabers actually was an Ember. It was the Saberforce Consular. I kind of regret selling that lightsaber because now Saberforce no longer sells that lightsaber anymore. And it was just like a very elegant one-handed lightsaber. Really nice. Save money. That's the thing. It's now every month I'm hiding some pocket money away. What I do at lunch, I eat as cheap as possible, because my wife gives me a monthly allowance of my salary because she keeps track of the finance, and then I just buy like cheap lunch and I eat it at work. I eat bread and I buy like peanut butter. I'm not joking, and some cheese, and I eat it at my desk at work, and then save some money, put it aside. So at the end of the month, every month I have some money saved of my allowance for my lunch, etc. And put it aside to buy lightsabers. That's the only way I can do it. So,
that's probably how I spend my student life also until I was able to get kind of an income for lightsabers too. So that's how I got my Aventador, the stun version. No, not the stun, the FS one.
Nice. Yeah. I'm actually still doing it to buy lightsabers, but it's actually fine. I mean, once you get into the habit, it's actually quite nice. I kind of like it because in Hong Kong we have really good food, but it's sometimes really oily. So I want to eat a little bit healthy too. So it's perfect. That's perfect. It's a good excuse to eat some less and save some money. But I have to do it this way because otherwise the wife will say, "Hey, why you have this credit card bill and here and that?" So I just have to do it like under the table. So sometimes I have to email like a saber company where you only have like options to pay with credit card. It asks, can I pay for my PayPal because my wife cannot see the credit card bill, and they will allow it. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's the way you have to do it as a married man. Sometimes it's just you have to hide it from the wife. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, the amber one. Yeah, it looks really nice. Amber in general is a really nice color for lightsabers. The only thing is I have as a gripe is it's not always very bright. It's the least bright color. But oh well, it's really nice. Yeah, NeoPixel. Yeah, of course, Electrum Sabers Craft have to go NeoPixel as well. The only ones that not going at NeoPixel anytime soon is Ultra Sabers and Saber Forts. They're not gonna go NeoPixel anytime soon. I think they just let all the time and cost other Saber companies making now in developing NeoPixel technology, that is Saber Forts letting them do, and then they just get the full-fledged product at some point and then just copy it and then just start selling it without having to invest a lot of money to develop it. You would say they're in the forefront. They have the most money available and they have the most resources, but they're the cheapest basically. They wait till all the other competition fleshed out that technology and then they just adopt it. It's smart, of course, but okay, cool. Anodized red button, 4 brass pins, weathering scoot. Nice. It's slimmer than oh no, that's a bonus. If it's slimmer, that's cool. New to the app, very newbies. No worries, Kid Sabers or Kid. I'm super newbie as well with the whole Discord channel. But it's really actually surprisingly overwhelming, like all the stuff you can configure, and I don't know if it actually existed before we started this group with Lightsaber on Discord, but I never seen anything like it, and I think it's pretty darn badass, if I may say so, that we can actually chit chat with each other now. Vispa Generation 2 is no longer in production. We're moving to V3. Ooh, nice. Interesting. That's good. Yeah, I'm looking at Discord, guys. In the future, that also will translate to YouTube, so you can see the live chat in both YouTube and Discord. For now, I just recommend everybody that's watching this on YouTube, join this link that I just popped in there, and then you can join both Discord and the YouTube live stream to see both chats. Okay, so let me see. Okay, guys, we're gonna chit chat for another maybe 10-15 minutes, if you guys are okay with that, because I just realized that the live chat is already ongoing for almost 100 minutes, and it's 1 a.m. for me, Stitch, and Stickerinos, and also for Kid Sabers, because we're in the same time zone. So 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I think at some point we almost fall asleep. So we're not gonna make it too long. But yeah, we're gonna do it on the weekly basis. If you guys have any input, like preferred time frames, just leave it in the Discord chat or leave it in the YouTube live chat, and then we're gonna do it on the times that is best for you guys. I actually think about maybe doing it twice per week, one in the US time zone and one in the APAC time zone, so we have a coverage that is more suitable than now, for example, chatting till 1 o'clock in the morning, because we all have to do stuff tomorrow as well. My wife's gonna kick me out of the house tomorrow morning because I need to put some stuff on the post to my house not my house, to my mother's house in Holland, because we want to move back to Holland next year, so I have to move all my Star Wars toys, etc. Not really happy to do that, but hey, I have to do it. I was Tom Kasim. I'm saving up. I cannot wait. I was Tom Kasim by Insightful Channel. Ooh, Automatrix just joined us. Nice. He's also in the live chat here. Cool. 6 p.m. in the UK now. Nice. Sorry, itchy beard. Ooh, trying to grow a beard here. Yeah, 6 p.m. Nice, man. Whole bunch of plans for this weekend. You guys have any plans for this weekend? You gonna do anything with lightsabers this weekend by any chance? Stitz?
Yeah. My group is having a saber building workshop at the place that we usually do our training. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, you're the group Fight Sabers, right?
Yep, that's right.
Fightsabers.com, and you guys do a weekly or a was it on a weekly or a monthly basis? Basically, you do a regular workshop where you have kids coming and then you're gonna build lightsabers together, right?
No, the lightsaber workshop is a one-off thing. The more weekly one is our usual training. So we do lightsaber spins, lightsaber choreography, different teaching people how to use different kind of lightsabers.
Nice.
And yeah, just a general hangout place.
That sounds really cool. So, oh, sorry, I'm playing here with the mute button. But it sounds really cool. But if people want to find some more information, it's fightsabers.com, right? Boom. That's
Yep.
it. I just put it in the YouTube chat. So if people want to check that out, definitely check out the website. So how does it work for you guys for Fight Sabers? Like like you're doing the training together, and then how does the training, how, like, you're gonna show demonstration somewhere? Like, is it people coming to you guys say, hey, we're gonna have like a party or something, or hey, we're gonna have a troop and we want to have the guys in costumes coming? Like, how you guys training for, like, how do you do that?
Yeah, so they'll drop an inquiry on our website. So they say that, okay, I have an event that I would like you guys to come and do a choreography or a trooping. And usually we'll work with the other community groups in Singapore, mainly the Fire First, the Rebel Legion, and the Mandalorian Mercs. So if it's trooping, we will invite them and we will come as a Star Wars community in Singapore to do the event. Then as for the lightsaber choreography, we will come up with a registration list for people in our group, and then we will practice for choreography. Then we will be vetted by a certain amount of people. So they will help to say, okay, this part is not so good. We'll improve on it. Whether we should do it in another way, and we'll make the fight choreography much more interesting for the general audience to see. So we train every week to make sure that the performance on the day itself is super solid and super nice. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I've seen you guys training, and I saw some of your demonstrations when I was with you in Singapore, and it was really, really awesome.
You got cut off there.
Oh, really? I can hear me? It's working?
Yep.
Okay. No, I was saying, when I was with you guys in Singapore, I saw you in action and some of your group members, and it's really awesome. You guys like are dialed into each other. Like, it's not just like the slow pace, like, oh, you're gonna hit me here, and then, oh, I'm gonna move here. No, it was like super fast, super smooth. You guys are definitely doing it for a long while now, and it looks like really solid, really awesome. Are you guys planning to, for now, just to keep it like the group only Singapore based, or maybe over time like have like different branches in other countries in APAC as well?
Oh yeah, so we have different chapters and temples around Southeast Asia. If I'm not wrong, we have it in Brunei, Malaysia. We have 2 temples in Malaysia. I can't remember if the Philippines have one. I remember one in Indonesia also. So they are all under the Fight Saber name, and they run their own training, and they have their own events in their own country. So they are the companies in the country will approach them, and they will do like a performance in their own country. And sometimes, because we are, as a group, we are Fight Saber, a lot of these activities sometimes being brought over from the different chapters. Like, if I'm not wrong, Malaysia is Fight Saber Malaysia did a unicorn challenge with the lightsaber. So you put the lightsaber towards your forehead, pointing it out like a unicorn horn, and all the Fight Sabers in the region started following it, and it started becoming it's pretty cool to see everyone coming together to do a common meme sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's really awesome. So I hear one country I didn't hear yet, or one place I didn't hear Hong Kong. So I guess I have to work on that and to start something in Hong Kong. What? Because
Maybe you could start a chapter by your own.
what is do you guys have some requirements to start a chapter? How does that a little bit like looks like you need to have like at least 5 members or 10 members, or how does that work?
So yeah, you will need a couple of people to join with you because you need to do because first and foremost we are costuming and lightsaber choreography group.
Mm-hmm.
You will need some people with you to do lightsaber choreography because you can't fight a lightsaber choreography on your own. So you need some people with you. So you can do that. Then can approach us. We will guide you along on what is the exact things they need to do because the costuming is a pretty big part of what we do. So we are a group that's recognized by Lucasfilm. So the costuming has to go through very strict criteria and guidelines. So if a small part of your costume doesn't fit the guidelines or criteria, you are not approved to go on stage and for trooping. So there's a lot of different kinds of submission of your photos and your costume to get the council to approve, and then you have to do a choreography and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
That sounds actually very good and professional. It's not just like you buy something of X coaster and then, or you use like some army boots and some cool goggles that you find to call yourself a steampunk Jedi. That is actually good because I like that. I like to see the more authenticity. Like people are spending some time on actually getting a nice uniform and actually going out and doing some actual professional lightsaber spinning, etc. I think that's really cool. I definitely will look into it. I definitely need to find multiple people in Hong Kong then as well who are interested in it. But I think it's really interesting to see that like Fight Saber group that there are groups like you guys that are just growing and becoming bigger and a lot more popularity from different people coming into it, other countries joining in. As you said, the temples everywhere. That's really really awesome. I like that a lot, that whole idea, and it's like a family. It's like a family caring about each other, and it's all based from Star Wars. It's really awesome. Nick says, "Hey Nick, indeed, long time no spoken. Yeah, that is something I definitely have to consider. That's really awesome. We got some pictures here shared as well by the Insightful channel on the Lightsabers Club Discord channel. He shows off some red blades here. Cannot see which lightsaber this is. It looks like a black hilt. I cannot make it out. I try to guess. What I like the guessing games, by the way. I like the guessing games. I always look at pictures from troops or whatever, and I start guessing what lightsaber could that be. And then you see a little bit of the pommel or a emitter, and like, oh, that's this lightsaber, it's that lightsaber. It's just so fun. He's typing, so he's gonna let us know what lightsaber this is. I think. I'm not sure. It's a very small, narrow lightsaber. It's almost like as wide as the 1-inch meter. It might be a V2 version of an Alter Sabers. I'm not sure because it had a flat top. Not sure. Oh yeah, Nick. We actually had a discussion earlier today about what happened with Jordan Mall. So Nick, unfortunately, is one of those people that actually is affected by Jordan Mall, and. I do hope you get your stuff back, mate. I don't know. I don't know. I do hope so. Nick Howell says, "How do you justify spending on lightsabers to your wife family?" Yes, this will be seen to be the toughest thing to do. Yeah, it is, and it's becoming harder with each child that is coming out each time because it's harder to justify buying expensive lightsabers and then looking at your son and then realizing that the school bag is breaking and then he needs a school bag and you're like, do I prioritize things in my life correctly? Why did I spend $500 in this lightsaber instead I could give him a good bag and school bag so he has something better? So yeah, definitely the morals start to eat harder and harder on me, and now we get a second baby. It's gonna be even harder, but yeah, it's tough, and that's why what I do is I buy a lightsaber, sell it, use that money to buy another lightsaber. I still lose money every time on buying these lightsabers because I have to pay the shipping costs. Most of the time when I sell a lightsaber is lower than the retail price, so I always lose quite a bit of money. Not horribly a lot more money, but it's still like I always lose like at least 80 to 100 US dollar per lightsaber. Um, that is just what it is. So don't end up with a whole wide variety of lightsabers in my collection, but I have the enjoyment of having new lightsabers in my hand, play with them for a while, and then make videos and then sell them off and then get other ones. For me, that is satisfying as it is. I never had the need to have like 100 lightsabers in my collection because I would never be able to justify keeping all that money in lightsabers. So instead of it, I just do it in batches, like getting some lightsabers, enjoy them, sell them, enjoy them, sell them. This is what it is, but it works. It works, and it's fine with me. Yeah, I try to be a good dad. I try to be a good dad, but um, sorry. Like the video from Shamim. Thanks. Not as much fans as you did when Thief came into existence. Hope it bounced back. Yeah, it's going up and down, right? The Force Awakens was the peak time, and then everybody jumped on custom lightsabers. Since then, it has went down. It's now stabilized, so now there's a lot of hardcore group of collectors, and then there's still a lot of casuals getting a lightsaber, but they most of the time go for the cheaper alternatives, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, the explosion of a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, for example on YouTube, that it is not there anymore, and I can see it from all the YouTubers that do like these kind of stuff, like lightsaber videos. I can see they have the same. That just has to do with people are seeking a bit less for these kind of videos on YouTube that are outside of the hobby. They want to get into the hobby, but that's why, like, for example, with the fight saber group and all these groups that are actually going out and about to play with lightsabers. Ripper Blades is here. Hey, how you doing, Ripper Blades? Yeah, I'm in the box. I'm actually in a bunk bed. The bunk bed is this high, and it's 1 arm length long, and it's 1 arm length long behind me, sort of. It's my bed is upstairs. It's kind of silly how it works here in Hong Kong, but we don't have much space. So my wife is actually in the bed next door with my son and the baby in the tummy. Small house. How you doing, Ripper? How are you doing? Thanks for your comment, by the way, regarding Alta Sabers and Emery. I saw you posted there. So I made a video about Alta Sabers a while ago, and I said Emery was the owner, but it was actually the company's. The company was started by somebody else. I don't know if his nickname was Ultra, but another person started Alta Sabers. Emery was working there at the time, I believe, and he had a chance to buy a big margin of the company. I think he bought out 50% or more of Alta Sabers, and now he's like the co-owner, or basically the person that takes care of everything. So. Oh, really? Nice. Normally it's the other way around. I'm not making blades, but I'm always looking you at the live stream, because I know you like to make the live streams and always work silly stuff. I like that a lot. So what were you up? What are you making at the moment? Were you making some cool blade for a new lightsaber? Yeah, Nova Star. Yeah, so Nova Star. Secret. He's building something secret. Woo. I know. I think Nova Star. Yeah. I think it's a bit in the middle with Nova Star. I think yes. He of course, Alta Sabers did copied all his fonts, etc., and just sold it. But I think Nova Star maybe was in his early stages and basically didn't really manage the intellect of his stuff enough, that he just didn't know how to do the business side of things properly. So I think that's why he got ripped off, because I think maybe Auto Sabers was a step ahead of him in terms of how they handled that back then. Um, Again, this is way before most of us. Like, this is, I'm only in this hobby since November 2015, and I can't really comment on that. It's a long time ago, and I don't know. Still sad for that guy though. But I sometimes also feel like, I feel like if his success only was leaning onto those sound fonts, then how? I mean, why, if he's really good at making sound fonts, etc., why he's not always out and about there? Why most of the Saber companies are not adopting his sound fonts? Like, I don't want to say the bad, but I feel like, was it like, I don't know, was it just a period of time where he was one of the few that made sound fonts for lightsabers, or it's just people are less attracted to his sound fonts nowadays, or like, I know it's a big deal, but at the same time I also feel like, why at this point, yeah, why we don't.
It was oversaturated with sound fonts until you could go to like 50 different people, all for entirely different ones, until his name kind of gets pushed to the back of people's minds. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's a very good point. Yeah, I think you're right. There's a lot of sound font makers now. Maybe because it's now more accessible. The software tools are easy to understand and work with. I never really made a sound font, so I cannot really comment on that. So a bit of an ignorance on my side. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of sound font makers now there. Some of them, they just pop out some sound fonts and we don't see them that much, because I bought some fonts from Saber Font a long while ago, and they never got updated for newer versions of soundboards with extra sound files, etc. So I feel like sometimes they just made something and then disappear. Um, but yeah, I think you're right. I think oversaturation maybe. I do hope at some point some company will attract Nova Star and say, okay, we want you to be our main sound font maker, and then he really starts to take off. Like, he makes like production lightsaber sound fonts, like what Vader's Vault have with Saber Baron, and some other companies like Saber Fort with Shamim, and K-Sit's sound fonts with Sabermach, Ultimate Works, and some other companies, Saber Tree as well, at least. So that's pretty badass. But yeah, I do hope Nova Star is like gonna be one of the main sound font makers for one or at least multiple of those companies. That would be really good. Because I spoke with him about this a couple of times, and yeah, it's heartbreaking to hear, because he's done a lot of wrong. So yeah. Nick says, I see what you're saying, but I talked to Noah for talk personally, and it's not that how it happened, but there's always another side to the story. Yeah, I spoke with him as well, and I understood that he made sound fonts. Again, I don't have the full picture. It's been a while that I spoke with him. But yeah, they just copied his data and started to spread it there. The piracy. I think that was in the time frame when that whole peer-to-peer piracy was still very active. Like, for nowadays, like, go to LimeWare or try to download some MP3s. Like, I tried it, Pirates Bay. Good luck finding some albums these days. It's crazy. There's nothing there. It's all on Spotify and all that crap these days. Jedi Shadow says Saber Fort rip people off. I don't know. It's, yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. With perspective, like quality, yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, a lot of people won't agree with ripping off it's just lacking quality and quality control and customer service. Yeah, there definitely has some stuff that's expensive. Yeah, true. But it's also objective again, right? For some people it's nothing, and for some people it's pocket change, and for some people it's a month's salary. Um, it's crazy. Nice Stitch, nice Ember. But
For a weaponized flashlight is not okay.
no, no, true. But I mean, I always in that debate with what is expensive and not. Like, I love Vader's Vault, but at the same time, I always think they're really expensive. They're not overpriced, but just really expensive. And the thing is, I just want to have all of it. I cannot because it's really expensive. Like their Starkiller lightsaber is beautiful lightsaber, but it's out of my league. But yeah, it's justifiable if you calculate all the costs and whatnot. So I had some debates in the past with Vader's Fault about that. But now I understand it better where the costs come from. It's not just like they wanna buy a Mercedes every year or something. It's just the costs in the materials, etc., and the labor and all that stuff that I cannot comprehend initially, could not comprehend before. Once they explained it, I thought, yeah, that's actually, there's not much margin. It's just expensive. It's just super expensive hobby. That's why I built lightsabers. Anything I want a PVC. Yep, that's cool. I want to get into that because that is one thing that I actually can do, like be crafty and have like a Dremel and just make cool stuff out of PVC. Because I don't have a milling machine and metal working. It's just crazy expensive. But yeah, I see some really crazy designs coming out of some of the Facebook groups that are dedicated to PVC lightsabers. Some of those people are super crazy what they make. It's you cannot differentiate it between a real alloy lightsaber and what they make. It's incredible. Anyway, I think I'm pretty much toast for today. I'm not sure about you guys, but it's almost 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm starting to feel it now. I will do another live stream. So if you guys have some feedback, like, hey, can you do the next live stream in this time frame or that time frame, like 10 a.m. EDT or PSK or whatever. I don't know what all these time zone namings are, but if you can let me know, then we can do another stream. Oh, we're gonna one more questions by Nico. What are the new territories of Hong Kong like? Much different to Hong Kong Island, I suspect. Yeah, so we call it the dark side of Hong Kong. It's like what you see in Blade Runner. I used to live in Mongkok, and if you know the Blade Runner movies, that's more or less how Hong Kong looks like there. A lot of neon lights, high old buildings, just very dense, a lot of people, very busy. I love it though, but yeah, it's pretty hectic. There's like several million people living in a very small place. Where I used to live. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, oh, Panther, yeah, we're gonna do more gaming. We're gonna do more gaming. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep, guys, because I have to get up tomorrow early to ship out that box, and my wife will be mad if I don't do it. So, whew, it was good. Thank you very much, guys. Awesome. I appreciate you guys joining. Take care. Have a good evening, a good day, and see you guys next time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Thanks for chatting. Bye-bye. See you. Okay. Here we go. First we close Discord, and then we close Facebook, and that's this button.